So, welcome back to our mini satsang series on Dasashloki. As you know, we have completed 5 shlokas of the wonderful composition Dasashloki by Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya. Today we are on shlok number 6, so let me chant it for you. Na shuklam na krishnam na raktam na pitam na kubjam na pinam na raswam na dirgam arupam tatha jyotirakara tadeko vashishta shiva kevaloham tadeko vashishta shiva kevaloham. Om. Translation. Neither white nor black, neither red nor yellow, neither large nor thin, neither short nor tall, and neither with a form is the soul. For this soul is the form of the light. So I am simply Shiva, the Self, for this remains even in sleep after everything is taken out. So you know that in all the 5 shlokas that we have studied so far, Bhagwan is slowly negating all the things that I or you or we all are. What are we? We are Atma. But we think we are the body, we think we are the mind, we associate ourselves with our roles, we associate ourselves with our physical body, with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our society frameworks. So slowly, Bhagwan has eliminated through perfect logic why we are not all these things. And you know that this is the answer the small young Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya gave to his guru on the very first meeting with his guru, when his guru asked him, "Who are you?" Meaning, what's your name? What's your family background? What's your gotra? What is your spiritual background? But instead of giving all those answers, you know very well by now that Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya composed this Dasashloki. So today's shloka continues negating what I am not. And today the topic of negation, you can say, is color. Color and size and form. So why color? Color seems to be a strange theme to use for negating what I am not. So let's see how we use color actually in many concepts that we have of ourselves. So let's take the first concept of color. It goes with ethnicity. You know, we use color to describe our identity. We refer to white-skinned Caucasian people as white, and dark-skinned, we call them black, right? We have the yellow-skinned from Far East. We have the red Indians. And of course, those from our Indian continent are called brown-skinned. So, are we really white, black, red, brown, yellow? Or is this just something that is the color of our skin? Sometimes our skin is tanned, sometimes our skin is fair. So that doesn't make our identity because the color of our skin is temporary. Sometimes light, sometimes dark, maybe. Skin itself is temporary. Forget the color of the skin itself is temporary. But the Atma is permanent. The Atma has no color. Therefore, to use color or to identify ourselves with color is wrong. What can we take home from this very important point? That we can introspect to see are we identifying with the color of our skin? And are we judging others from the color of their skin? If we are, then this is very erroneous, because it would be equal to judging the quality, let's say, of a chocolate by the color of its wrapper. So we need to go beyond the color of something that is so temporary as the skin, which is just an outer covering of this body. Any other way we use color to identify with? Yes, we use color or in words or phrases to describe our moods and our feelings. When we are sad, we say, I am blue. When someone is envious or jealous, we say green with envy, right? Or we say, I'm tickled pink, but I'm so amused. Or I see red when something happens like that. Means I get easily angered. So when I'm afraid or something, I have a shock, I'll be as white as a ghost. So colors are used in phrases and idioms to identify different kinds of moods. But as you know, moods also keep changing. Moods don't stay the same. The very fact, the word mood itself means it's fickle. It is there sometimes, it's gone another time. And the color is simply just a language, word from a language used to describe the mood. So it can be absolutely have nothing to do with describing Atma. Therefore, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says, I am neither white nor black, neither red nor yellow, na shuklam, na krishnam, na raktam, na pitam. Anything else to do with color? I was thinking, yes, the gunas. You know, we all have three gunas in us, sattva, rajas and tamas, and colors are used to denote each guna. So the sattvic guna is considered to be white because of its purity, because of its, it denotes peace, it denotes beauty. So the color white has in itself some values, and we associate those values with sattva, right? Then the guna of rajas is red, given the red color, because it denotes passion, it denotes dynamism, it denotes authoritarianism, and red, anger also. So red has that connotation in it. So it denotes rajas. And black is the color given to tamas, darkness, ignorance, inertia. So these are colors associated with gunas. Gunas belong to the BMI, body, mind, intellect. Atma is Triguna Mukta. Atma has no colors. Therefore, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says, neither am I this color or that color. Don't associate me with any color. Then Bhagavan also talks, he says, na kupjam, na pinam, na rasvam, na dirgam, meaning neither am I large, nor thin, nor short, nor tall, meaning size. Obviously, to measure the size of any object, you need to have some boundary. You need to have some limit. The object needs to have a beginning and an end. Only then you can measure it from point A to point B, correct? For example, if you want to measure this room, you'll need to have walls on all four sides so we can get the length and the breadth. To measure a person's height, you will have to measure from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. Anything that is beyond these 2 points cannot be part of the size. So to have a size, you have to have a point A and a point B, beyond which that thing does not exist. But Atma, Atma has no beginning. Atma has no end. Atma is all pervasive. Wherever you can think, see, imagine, conceive, perceive, and not even perceive, everywhere there is Atma. Therefore, Bhagavan clearly says, I am not the Atma, I am not the size. You cannot describe me by any size. I have no measurements. Alright. Since I am all pervasive, since Atma is all pervasive and doesn't have a limit, a size, a length, a breadth, a height, it has no form, it is limitless. That's why Bhagavan uses the word arupam. So now how to describe something which has no form, which is arupam? So it says arupam tatha jyotir akarakatva. I am like light. Bhagavan says this Atma, I, same thing, is just like light. For this soul is the form of light. You see, light, it just fills up the space in which it is lit, right? It doesn't have any particular form. In the same way, Atma just fills up the space that is available with a small difference. The normal, ordinary lights which we use will fill up a limited amount of space, beyond that range, it cannot light up the space. But the light of Atma is all pervasive. It has no limits. It is not contained within any space. All right? And the ordinary light will always have some part which is still in darkness. Like the light is on, but something is covering an area. So that space will remain dark. But not the light of Atma. The light of Atma can pervade any limit, can pervade anything, can pervade everything. Right? The ordinary light removes darkness. And the light of Atma removes insentiency, jadness. So this is the analogy, a simile, an example Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya gives to us to understand what is the boundless, limitless effect, pervasiveness of Atma. So, in each of the shlokas, Bhagavan ends with one line, Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham. For I am simply Shiva, the self. Shiva, as you know, I have told you many times, means auspicious. I am that auspicious self which remains when everything else is dissolved and no longer exists, that is in deep sleep. So simply put, I am that which cannot be described, which cannot be understood by any of our sense organs, by any of our faculties of mind or intellect. I am that which is your true self. Bhagavan tells his Guru, I am that. I am Atma. And that is basically what we are all moving towards, moving our understanding towards that. No longer should we be thinking of ourselves as only a body or a mind or an intellect or feelings or moods or notions and concepts and varnas and ashrams and roles that we are playing. No. This beautiful composition of Dasashloki tells us, move away from all those false notions. They are making you mohit. They are delusions. Find your true self within yourself and you will experience that bliss of the self. Okay? That's the lesson that Bhagavan gives us in the 6th shlok. Next time, shlok number 7. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Chidarpanam. Jai Gurudev. Thank you all for joining. God bless you all. See you again next time.